Tutus returning is exciting for me because it was a program that we did in our first year, my first year here, which was 8 years ago now. And we did Divergence and Rooster in another ballet, and it just seemed like such a nice combination, Divergence and Rooster, that I wanted to do that again this year. Wow, Divergence was my second ballet. My concept of Divergence at the time was we were right in the middle of all that Kurt Cobain and Nirvana kind of not dressed well, shaggy hair kind of rebellion. Madonna was alive and well, and so I kind of wanted to create a grunge affected ballet that somehow was reflecting that state. And I'd heard a lot, as I still do today, 20 years after, about the dying of classical ballet, and no one's doing classical ballet, and classical ballet companies are suffering, but classical ballet is alive, and I wanted to take a younger version, a young perspective of that myself, and what was influencing me at the time, and put that into classical ballet. And the idea of the title Divergence and why it's so episodic was that even though every dance is classical, and if you removed its costume, they all are dancing very difficult classical ballet, then I changed the costume in each movement, how radically it makes you think that it's a different ballet, a different set of combination, but it wasn't. It's all very much the same. And it's the decoration that changes it. So it was a play, a kind of a tongue-in-cheek and also great love of classical dance, and to show that not only was it alive and well, but it was evolving. It had taken in new sorts of movements, new style of costume. Generation X, Y, Z, whatever it is, will bring new things into this art form, and that's what keeps it alive. And I think Divergence, even though now it's old, and now that young people must look at it and go, that's so old-fashioned, which is weird to me to think about, but that was where it came from. Rooster is one of my favorite of Christopher Bruce's ballets. It's Rolling Stones, of course, and I think it's 5 men and 5 women, or 4 and 5, and lots of cool dancing and very retro. It really makes me want to get up and dance again.
It was very much about my early years and about really putting my best suit on and going out on a date, really. And it really picks up on the idea of it's kind of a battle between the sexes, because I think when you're young, anyway, in my experience, there was a kind of a sort of combatant sort of relationship with women. The men were very cocky, very chauvinistic, and as a consequence, there was a lot of friction. And so I've sort of taken that as a theme, but treated it quite humorously.
And the ballet that is in the beginning of the program is a new work by myself called, I think it will be called Tapestry, and it's to Mozart Violin Concerto, and we'll use quite a large company piece. So I think that it will be a very exciting and high adrenaline program.